Amatakawapi. Ambatu Weste. It's been a while. I've got some news to tell you. I don't know how, but it did. It got out on Facebook and now it's gone around all over the place. But I've been diagnosed with cancer, throat cancer. It's at the base of my throat. It perplexed the doctors because I've never seen it before in non-smokers. And I'm a non-smoker. It's at the base of the throat. I was diagnosed by a Chinese MD at the UCLA Medical Clinic in Los Angeles. And she said I had, and this is before the PET scan was taken, but as soon as she diagnosed that I had throat cancer, she said I had two options. They could operate, cut out my tongue. And they'd replace it with some sinew or something out of my body and put it in a place of the tongue, but I would have no taste, I couldn't talk, and I couldn't swallow. And they'd have to feed me through a tube. Well, that's out. And they said, then there's radiation and chemotherapy, which will kill the tongue and essentially do the same thing, except they wouldn't have to replace the tongue. And they'd feed me through a tube, and my muscles and everything would so be debilitated by the treatment, I would be put in a wheelchair. Well, I don't believe in chemotherapy anyway. Me and my lakota. So what I did, of course, is seek out my own people. First of all, my wonderful and very beautiful wife. She's beautiful from the inside out. She was there with me when the diagnosis was made. And so after the PET scan, I asked the doctor, the PET scan, by the way, found out that the cancer had left my tongue, it's in my tongue, and then also went to the lymph nodes, my neck, and my lungs. And the doctor told me I had a few months or more to live. This was last month. A little over 3 weeks ago, I think. At any rate, so I said, if I don't take any of it, how much time? And that's when she told me a few months or more. I can't tell how fast it's spreading. So, I wasn't worried. I've got my spirituality, and I've got my people. And my people up and down this hemisphere, at least in North America, have responded with prayers and ceremonies and medicines. Now, started out right away. I cannot tell you in minute detail about the beauty of those ceremonies and the things that happen within them, but they happen. And I am assured of coming through this and defeating this latest white man's disease. I'm very proud to tell you that I defeated quite a few others just prior to this attack. I defeated first, I was diagnosed with an arthritic condition. I forgot the name of it. Anyway, It's an arthritic condition of the feet. And I believe it's called gout. Now, then I went to hypertension, high cholesterol, and diabetes. I defeated all of those. Then I got an attack, crippling attack, put me in a wheelchair, of rheumatoid arthritis. Well, defeated that, so I'm very proud of that. Defeated it through naturopathic doctors who, along with Indian medicine, and we defeated those. Now we have one more. This cancer that is spreading through my body. It's an amazing journey and a very prideful one. I have difficulty swallowing. I have difficulty talking. I don't know if you can tell that or not. And I'm going through ceremony now, and I'm leaving now, I'm going to Canada. But we've also received help from indigenous people in Mexico. In fact, they have, by a very vibrant way of individuals putting everything together from outside in a small village outside Guadalajara, Mexico, brought up this Mexican that cures cancer from down there. And I'll be taking that in a few days. I'll be starting on that regimen. I have my co-author and co-partner in my production company, Bayer Johnson. He's already at it because he has bone marrow cancer. He doesn't want chemo. I don't want chemo. But now we've been consulting these naturopathic doctors, and what they have ascertained is that what happens to the human body prior, and I can only give you a very general overview, is that it starts weakening your body to put in place the conditions that will result in cancer. It's by inflammation. Everything starts with inflammation somewhere in your body, whatever the organ or the tissue or the bones. And unless you address that inflammation, it can go somewhere else or add on, like in my case earlier. So I had all these inflammations that we finally got rid of, cleansed. But it had weakened my defenses so much in fighting off these other infections that cancer came. Sneaked in, lousy rat. So, what I have to do now is just maintain the same way. And believe me, my people all over Mexico, Canada, and the United States, my people being American Indian people, indigenous people of the Western Hemisphere, are having ceremonies for me and prayers, and the Christians are praying for me. And some Islamic people are praying for me. And I hope many more with every discipline. And I've been told through the internet that this is beginning to happen. People all over the world are starting to pray for me. I believe in prayer. I know it works. And I want to thank each and every one that is praying and having ceremonies. Sorry I can't make them all, but I do what I can. Now I've come run across the ultimate cancer institute that's only legal in 3 states of the United States, and this is a cancer institute down in Scottsdale, Arizona. It is alternative. It's based on medical science in Canada and principally Germany. But only 3 states allow this kind of cancer treatment: Utah, Nevada, and Arizona. I'm going to one in Arizona It's actually the only one in the United States. The other two states allow it, but the only one is in Arizona. This Canadian doctor went to Germany because his father's practiced medicine over there. And he's also a doctor. He studied over there, then went to Canada, and then came down here. You know, when I found out, and this will not blow your mind because this is America, and what America has become, but it's against the law to cure cancer in the United States of America. They will not allow cancer-saving drugs to be imported into this country. That's why there's only 3 states that have okayed this cancer treatment. Because it'll put a dent into the complex of the drug cartel. It's unbelievable what this country will do to its own people for the sake of money, greed. Well, it's not unbelievable because now it's an everyday thing, and I just don't understand why America will rise up. The country is allowing them to be poisoned to death. To death. And the current cancer treatments available in the United States of America only weaken you so that other diseases can come in. And you eventually die prematurely anyway, or you have a lousy legacy in life for the rest of your natural life in this world. You have to suffer. You have to suffer. So I'll be back later to tell you the progression of this, but I want you to know that cancer is curable. Because I'm doing it with the help of medical science, with the help of my own people, with the help of natural medicines from every area of the world. From every area. So these natural medicines can reconstitute your body and fight off infection and cause you to continue to have continued strength and a quality of life that's worth it. But there's too much proof. Now this institute in Scottsdale doesn't say they have 100%. But they guarantee 9 out of 10 will be cured of cancer. Funny thing about when you contract cancer, practically everybody you meet and know has known someone who has beaten cancer. So you can imagine how many people are calling me or emailing me with how to fight it, and I really appreciate it. But believe me, we're well taken care of. And you can't fight cancer alone. You need someone like my wife. You know, someone who wants to see you live. I think it's a great experience that I'm having. It's a great teacher. And I'll come out of this. As long as I can afford it. At any rate, I want you to know today is a good day. Don't shut up, okay?